Duck Pond is a glittering mashup between Swan Lake and the Ugly Duckling, full of acrobatics, all sorts of circus, aerials, a little bit of ballet, some sequin flippers, and a general sense of beauty and mayhem.
I'm the fairy swan mother in the show, so I'm telling the story and guiding the ugly duckling to her destiny.
I play the prince, who is this kind of head all over the place character who always finds himself in these weird love triangles and inevitably gets rejected all the time.
We did a big development in January. I spent about the last 6 months kind of writing and refining the kind of the dramaturgy in the show. So I started with a very clear idea about what I wanted. But of course, as soon as you inscribe that on people's bodies, it doesn't look anything like that and everything changes. There's so many extraordinary things that the circus body and circus acrobats can do. And I was really keen to bring some of that power and force out as well as its kind of line and elegance.
It's been super lovely working with a ballet dramaturg. We are super capable as a cast to be making our own choreographies. It's just been so nice to have an outside eye cleaning us all up and making us look super sharp.
Have this moment from the ground almost, that's great. My job coming in from a ballet perspective has more so been to sew the tricks together. And I think that's what's so beautiful about a full-length ballet like Swan Lake, and you have your moments of presenting a certain dance, but the way that they seamlessly merge and grow from one another, I think is just so beautiful. And I did as much research as I possibly could, and Euron and I met before and talked really about his interpretation of the story. The lineage definitely comes back to Swan Lake, but in his ideas we're able to create different types of movements. So for instance, in the Duck Army, the stance and the walk of the army with their flippers has created this sort of staccato little stance where the acrobats and the circus performers probably aren't doing that in their day-to-day practice because their fundamental language isn't dance, even though they are extraordinarily talented in these movements. So I've been able to bring out a sense of the balletic lines as far as the synchronicity in group steps, and then the beautiful arms and that grace for some of the ladies in the more individual parts. It's been testing my creative feathers, which I love. Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's sort of got an eerie quality as well, but all I'd say is even though it's soft, it's the angles stay straight in the elbows.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of similarities between ballet and circus. I mean, they're both static in some areas, dynamic in other areas. There's kind of leverage in different heights of both, but I think that there is definitely a difference in body composition between the kind of two artists. So just trying to kind of find the similarities and how they work. I mean, it's been exciting and it's been chaotic and it's been really, really tough in some areas, but at the end of the day, it's always feeling a sense of accomplishment.
The process for designing costumes for Duck Pond is the merging of the worlds of both ballet and circus. The Duck Army is this reference back to our kind of circus and clowning roots, and they have these really fabulous pantaloons with a little bit of shimmer through them, these excellent little flippers, and they're going to have crystals on them. They're really merging the contemporary circus world with the kind of historical roots of the 19th century clowning world. And we've taken the ruff of the clown and we've turned that into a very short tutu around some of the acrobats' bodies. For me, that is a really explicit but also interesting way to combine those two worlds.
It's really important for us to partner with Circa because I think the fact that we've got one of the world's probably best known ballets and pieces of music in Swan Lake, and the fact that Euron and the Circa team have taken that and turned it on its head is probably the most exciting thing for me in terms of the collaboration. And I love the fact that Circa's work is daring, it's beautiful to watch. Circa are the benchmark in terms of circus and physical theatre anywhere in the world.
QPAC is huge and that's always exciting. I can't wait.
It's so nice performing in our hometown. Expect a lot of fun, a lot of dancing, some comedy sprinkled in there.
It is richly textured, there's lots of sparkle, there's lots of joy, and audiences of all ages really connect to that world.